So, one of the things that I think is really important is stating what your intentions are up front. When it comes to dating, when it comes to relationships, I really think a lot of people who come to me get into trouble, and I'm going to tell you about a few different cases today. They get into trouble because they don't state their intentions up front. For some reason, people think that they can manipulate other people into doing what they want. I've thought this. Some of you may have even thought this before. People come to me every day that think this. But the problem is that it doesn't really work. Even if you manage to get the person to do what you want to do, they can tell you've manipulated them. They can feel the energy of it. A lot of people feel things that they can't really articulate, but they feel it though. And they're certain of it. They're like, I know this MFer done got over. I can feel it. I can't tell how, but I can feel it, you know? So I want to talk a little bit about that because I've seen some pretty awful things happen because of this. And I'm thinking that maybe if I tell you guys about it, some of you will make a better choice than I did or that other people do every day. Okay? So let's do the introduction and then we're going to talk about stating your intentions up front. This works in magic and it also works in relationships. I am Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it too. Also, leave us a positive comment in the comment section. And stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read and respond to some previous positive comments from other videos. If you would like to get a reading done, please email me. If you want to hit me up on social media, my email and all that information is underneath this video. If you would like to send me a gift for my birthday, my Amazon wish list is underneath this video. And if you want to give Ask an Aquarius, our channel, a donation, PayPal is underneath this video. If you want to get yourself some cool Aquarius merchandise, that's also underneath this video. So let's talk about stating intention. Now, this comes up a lot during magic. When you're doing magic, spiritual work, spell work, candle magic, things like that. This comes up a lot because what you want to do, even law of attraction, which is more of like universal law, but what you want to do is you want to state your intention. You want to be clear. You want to be focused. What is your intention? My intention is to live a life of prosperity. My intention is to get pregnant. My intention is to be healthy. Whatever your intention is, you want to really be focused on exactly what it is. And this is the same in relationships. When you first meet somebody, I mean from the word go, when you first see them, you already know where you are in your life. You know where you are and you know where you want to go. You know if you're really single, or if you're just kind of single, you know where you really are. So wherever you are in life, when you meet a new person, state where you are and where you're trying to go. The other night, a gentleman hit me up, okay? He's a Gemini. So the Gemini started seeing this girl. This girl is a Pisces. She's a nice girl. She's a very nice girl. As he was talking to me about her, I like her personality. The problem with this situation is that the Gemini is not being honest with her about what he wants, what he sees, what he wants from the relationship. The young lady, the Pisces, is telling him that she wants a boyfriend. That's basically what she wants. She wants a boyfriend. And she wants to see where that can go. Maybe to something serious. That's her hopes. The Gemini wants to have I guess you have to call it an entanglement, because he doesn't really want to be a boyfriend, but he doesn't really want to be a platonic friend. He wants to kind of pal around and maybe have intimacy, but he really does not want it to go anywhere, because he's still in love with his ex and Aquarius, and him and her aren't together, but they do come back and forth together. So he wants to leave the door open that if the Aquarius wants to come back, that she can come back. But right now the Aquarius blocked him and isn't even talking to him. So he wanted to leave the door open, but the Pisces don't know about the ex that's in Aquarius, but the Pisces wants to move forward. So instead of being honest with her and just saying, look, I don't want to get involved in anything serious, he's trying to dance around the topic. You know, whenever she says, he told me, she said, well, what are we? How many people have asked you that question? What are we? You know? And his thing is like, oh, you know, we cool. You know, that was basically his answer, because he's trying to dance around the fact that he knows that that's not what she wants. And I told him, this is going to blow up in your face, because you know that she doesn't want what you want, and she's pushing you and asking you and like, you know, what's the deal? You're going to have to tell her the truth. Just tell her the truth. So many people have a problem with the truth. And it's not that they have a problem telling the truth. They have a problem with dealing with the consequences that come from telling the truth. So if I tell her I don't want a relationship, that I just want to have a casual entanglement, knowing that's not what she wants, she's going to close the door on me. She's going to walk away. And she probably is, but let her go. Let the Pisces go. And meet somebody else who has the same intention as you. There's people out there that want the same damn thing you do right now. There's a woman out there right now who's very confused about moving forward with anybody. She's not certain. She might have her foot in an ex's camp too. Who knows? Or she might have just broke up with somebody, not want anything serious. There's somebody out there that wants what you want. But when you lie or omit or don't state your intentions up front, the other person is stuck in the lurch thinking, well, maybe they want what I want. Maybe they'll come around. Maybe this person, you know, will want to do something more serious or more of what I want one day. That's not fair. It's not fair to the other person, and it's not fair to you, because all of that that's just bad energy, bad karma you accumulating, because you're being dishonest, because you already know the truth. So tell her, look, I like you, but I don't want a relationship because I'm not ready for it. So I'm going to step off. I'm going to let you find somebody that can give you what you want. And then you go find somebody who wants what you want. But instead of waiting months and months and months and months, tell them up front in the first conversation, I'm not looking for a relationship. Okay? Now, as the person who's making the statement, that's one side. The other side is those of us hearing the statement, because sometimes this happens as well. I'll give you another example. So I have a totally different gentleman. This gentleman is a Libra. So the Libra told me, and I thought this was really strange, because Libras usually don't do this. Libras usually have their pick of who they want to be with. But this Libra particularly wants this Aquarius. That's why he was talking to me about it. He says she reminds him of me. So this Libra really wants this Aquarius, right? And the Aquarius told the Libra, I do not want a committed relationship. She told him pretty much up front too. She didn't even beat around the bush about it. But the Libra, the Libra decided, yeah, okay, I'm going to change her mind. That's what he told me. When the Aquarius said to him, look, I'm not looking for nothing serious, he thought in his head, I'm going to change her mind. And I had to laugh to myself because that's a very Aquarius thought process. I was telling somebody today, things are how I want them to be. And if they're not that way, in my mind, they still are that way. So I can deal with my life, okay? So he basically said the same thing. But you don't want to do this in this situation. When it comes to another person, you never want to think, oh, we just going to do what I want to do. So the Libra decided that he was going to change her mind. Now, this has been going on, in this particular case, it's been 5 years, okay? So she told him day one wasn't nothing happening. 5 years later, they're still back and forth, back and forth. They'll be together for a little while, and then they'll stop being together. She'll go somewhere. He says she travels a lot. She'll go somewhere with her job and then come back. All kind of stuff has happened during this 5 years, but the Libra is still thinking he's going to change her mind. 5 years later, she still deal with him, but she hasn't changed her mind. So I said, well, what do you expect from the Aquarius? He's like, well, I want her to settle down. He wants her to stop traveling around. He wants her to settle down, and he wants to get married. Now, my thing to him is that she don't sound like she wants to do that. So all of this time that she's been telling him, I don't want to do that, he letting it go in one ear and out the other ear. So as the person receiving, we have to receive it as well. When a person tells you, I don't want a relationship, all I want is whatever they want. If they want an open relationship or whatever they want, if they don't want what you want, when they tell you up front and you see that these two things are not compatible, do not think to yourself, I'm going to be able to change this person's mind. Accept what they say. They said no, then it's no. Just accept it. Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to back off now. When the Aquarius told him, I don't want a relationship, he should have kept it moving because he knew that he did want to get married. Libras and Aquarius, we both do like being married, but Libras are more likely to get married than the Aquarius. So when she said no and told him up front the goals that she had for herself and what she planned to do, she has all these goals and things she wants to do. You know how Aquarius are. We got all these causes and stuff. She want to follow her causes. She wants to travel. She wants to live in that way, and she wants to see him when she see him. And he feels like he wants her to change and be with him. So my thing is that as soon as she said that, I would have backed off. As soon as she said that. Now, mind you, in the past, I haven't. Because we've been taught as a society, oh, maybe this person will come around. Or maybe they'll change their mind. And maybe they will. But it's not smart of you to stay engaged in the relationship thinking, oh, maybe they'll change their mind. The smartest thing for you to do is to back off and tell them, look, this is what I want. If you ever want the same thing, hit me up. That's the smartest thing to do. So they know if they change their mind that they can call you. And you're not sitting there begging and pleading and waiting and hoping that maybe one day they'll want what you want. You're really just breaking your own heart. And I've seen so many men and women do this over and over and over again. And I'm just like, when they told you up front, a lot of times a person doesn't state the intention, but a lot of times they do, and we just blow past their intention. So I'm just telling you, state your intentions clearly. And when somebody else states their intention, take what they say. Even if you don't think it's the right thing or they should or whatever you think, just drop it and leave it alone. Because all you're going to do is hurt your own feelings and in a lot of these cases, remember I said they feel manipulated. So a lot of them never do what you want them to do. So you're breaking your own heart over and over again when you knew up front that it wasn't going to happen. So when you meet a person, state your intentions. Both of you, be reciprocal. Ask them their intention. And look at them, because you know a person will lie. So look at them. Look at their body. Look at their energy. When you say, I want to get to know you, what's your intention? If they're squirmish or, you know, kind of funny acting about it, that tells you right there their intention is not to be with you. So watch their body language as well as what they say. Because if they say that their intention is the same as yours, their actions need to back that up. One woman was telling me that she met this really nice guy. They sat and talked about their intentions. They seemed to be on the same page. And they said, you know, let's come together on Sunday. They decided on Sunday they were going to get together. Well, Saturday comes and she hasn't heard from him. Okay. So she figured, all right, Sunday comes, she still hasn't heard from him. Now, me personally, that's showing me that your intention is not to move forward. That's, to me, that's a red flag right there. Do not proceed. But in her mind, she couldn't understand why he would say Friday, let's get together Sunday, and then disappear. It made no sense to her. Why would you even say that? I agree 100%. But that's the kind of shit people do. So Sunday, she knocked on his door. And guess who's sitting up in the crib with another woman? A person's actions will also tell you where they are. He's clearly stating an intention that he's not serious about. He told her he wanted to get into a relationship, as if he was really actively single and looking and that kind of thing. But on Sunday, you in the crib with a different woman. So what's the real answer? The real answer is he bullshitting, and that's not his real intention. So leave him alone. You see? And for me, I wouldn't have even needed to knock on the door to have come to that conclusion, because as soon as he didn't respond on Saturday, I would have wrote him off right there, because that action is showing me that the intention you stated is not true. So pay attention. Some people will show you with their actions. All right, guys, let's look at some positive comments. We got one from Christine Vandenbrink. Hey, Christine, that's my girl. All right, Christine says, Peter Gabriel is February the 13th. So Peter Gabriel was born on my birthday. I asked everybody a couple videos ago to tell me any Aquarius who were born on February 13th. Somebody also told me Jerry Springer, and that made me laugh, because I was like, okay, talk show, asking Aquarius, I get it. Oprah, you know, Aquarius must be good with talk shows. But she's saying here Peter Gabriel. And Peter Gabriel has a couple of songs that I really like, so I think that's a real cool fact. So thank you so much, Christine. Mary Ann Kelly. What's up, Mary Ann? Mary Ann said, hello, Queen. Have a blessed year. Thank you so much, Mary Ann. I hope you have a blessed year as well. 2021 has just started, and I don't know. It's been kind of wild already. I mean, for me, it's been a good time. Like, life has been good. I can't complain about anything. But I'm really concerned about the state of the world. That's really what, you know, I'm focused on nowadays. So hopefully it'll be a blessed year for us all. All right, guys, it's time for me to get going. So you guys come back soon, because I have a lot more to say. See you later.